Hey skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2026 ski test. We've got a Kastle MX74 for you today, and a really unique ski because it does fit into that MX line, consisting of the wider 84 and 88 millimeter widths. None of them come standard with system plates. So because they're part of kind of this all-mountain line of MX skis, this 74 is kind of an anomaly because it's such a narrow version of those skis. So really narrow width. We generally see wider front side skis, kind of that mid-70s front side range, much more of a race-oriented style, kind of filtered down from race, as opposed to the MX74, which is really just a narrow all-mountain carving ski. So not a whole lot else like this out there in the ski world today, and I'm glad I kind of live in a world where a ski like the MX74 exists, because it's a rarity and it performs as such. There's nothing else that really kind of kicks back like an MX74 and has that amount of versatility in an all-mountain standpoint. They do use their Infinicore technology here, so we get stringers of poplar and beech throughout the ski. They use very narrow stringers and they vary them to create a specific effect. Most of that beech is kind of found more in the middle of the ski, central throughout the spine, delivering a lot more stability and power. And then the poplar is more on the outside, just giving it a little bit more of that versatility with a slightly softer flex towards the sides. 2 full sheets of metal in this, and we also get their Holotech technology up front that lightens that swing weight as well as helps reduce vibrations. But solid aluminum inserts in the tail and one in the tip as well keep this thing totally grounded and just extremely solid, even on really hard packed snow. Yeah, it's a really well-built ski. All of these MXs just kind of have a certain level of quality to them that is really apparent once you pick them up. And they're not terribly soft either. This Holotech does allow for a little bit more of that flexion in the very front, but once you get past that, it's pretty stiff and responsive from tip to tail. They managed to keep the weight down, because it's so narrow, there's just not a lot of overall volume in the ski. So in the 171 here, we're on the scale at 1,768 grams. So for having 2 sheets of metal, there's still a lighter feeling to it. The Holotech reduces some mass, and then just the narrower width overall keeps that weight to a manageable amount. But you still get those 2 sheets of metal that create a damp and stable overall feel. They deliver just a ton of power to the ski and kind of give it its signature feel. Yeah, the shape and style, there's not a whole lot else out there that looks like this. Nice long positive camber underfoot. Just a tiny bit of rocker in the tip. When you decamber it, you can see maybe just a couple of millimeters of tip rocker start to pop through. In general, there's no taper here as well, so that's allowing for more instantaneous edge contact as you have a longer running length in the edge. It is going to eat into softer snow performance, so I don't think that anyone's really grabbing the 74 for a free ride application, but with that Holotech, that softer flex, it is amenable to variable conditions throughout the day. Whether your groomer deteriorates or if it starts snowing, you're going to at least get some type of confidence from a softer snow standpoint. But by and large, ski is generally meant for firm snow and carving turns. In no place is that better exemplified than this tail. Solid aluminum insert, super flat, no taper. If you want to call that tail rocker, be my guest. It's just there's a lot of edge contact here throughout the ski, just making it a tiny bit easier to release from the turn, just that slight little bit of splay towards the end. But it is full aluminum back there, so it's super solid. Pretty crazy stuff. 15.4 meter turn radius here in the 171. So it does like to be on edge. You can get that that shovel to flex a little bit, and it does help initiate turns with a little bit easier of a style. But once you're in it, it definitely prefers to adhere to that arc, to that 15.4 meter arc. If you want to tighten it up and get some shorter swing turns, yeah, it just takes a little bit more skill and finesse in order to do so. Longer turns, faster speeds, not quite as happy. It does like that medium radius and lower. But you can open it up and you'll get the stability, but maybe not that GS turn style that you'll get from either a wider bodied ski or something with a longer turn radius. We do have some tester feedback here from Bruce Bell. He notes that the ski loves to turn. Slightest initiation commits the ski to a turn, very snappy. The ski is a little more demanding than some others in this genre, better for a confident carver. Totally, I think that this does fit into that advanced and expert category. Someone who knows what a precise and powerful ski feels like will get the most out of this. If you're a progressing skier and something of this waist width is attractive to you, I would just say that with caution, it's a little bit stiffer and it is more demanding than some other skis in the mid-70s range that are more beneficial for intermediates in allowing them to progress at kind of a more natural rate. This is really just kind of turbocharging that mid-70s range from a wider front side or an all mount or a narrower all mountain perspective. But yeah, awesome ski, super smooth, really, really kind of in charge of what goes on out there in the hill. So make sure that your skills align with that. And make sure to check out this Kastle MX74 here at SkiEssentials.com. And we will see you out there on the hill. Bye.